Dan, we are here in lovely Ann Arbor, Michigan for one of the greatest rivalries, not only in college football, but in college sports. Ryan Day versus Michigan. Let's see how the game plays out. Rose isn't here, so there's no risk of pepper spray this time. Do you feel like it's appropriate to call this game a rivalry if only one side is winning?
It's always a rivalry. No matter who's winning or losing, it's always a rivalry.
Not really. It's really just like a little, like a great school and then a shitter school. Like that's kind of it.
That's all it is to it.
Yeah, I mean, even though Ryan Day will have pee coming down his leg later today, it is a rivalry because, you know, like, I look at all these people wearing red right now, I just feel like they're just like below me.
It is a rivalry going back to the War of Toledo in the 1800s, so this is a long time coming.
All the Ohio State fans crying on Twitter, oh, this game doesn't mean much anymore, oh, blah, blah, blah. They go crazy for it. It's all they think about 364 days a year. And today we're gonna win for the 5th straight time, and they're gonna go home sad just like the last 4 years.
TJ, you gotta take me through the fit today. What are we wearing?
So we got Michigan pajamas on.
And you're warm enough.
I'm so warm. I have 3 hoodies underneath this, some thermal pants on, so I'm really, really warm.
This is our everyday look. So
We woke up.
we
like
just
this.
woke up, you know, little makeup.
So we bleed base in blue.
Yeah.
So
This is just our true spirit coming out.
Are you guys a couple?
Yep, we're married 10 years.
10 years. How do you make it work?
It's hard.
He literally crosses out all of my M's and my Christmas stuff. And the whole house.
So are you two friends?
No, I don't know.
We
I
just
just met
met.
this
We
guy.
just
yeah.
Oh, okay. So what's your first impression of each other?
I don't like him. He talks too much. He's wearing the wrong hat.
And your impression of him?
I think he's soft, just like Ohio State's defense and their coach, Ryan Day.
Is there anything redeemable about Ohio State?
They sure know how to spell their state name.
No, not at all. I mean, I'll give them credit. Like, do I like red sometimes? Yeah, but like this color in general is just really, really ugly. Like, it makes me want to throw up when I look at it right now.
Nothing.
No.
They're
Like,
the school down
genuinely nothing.
south. Michigan's above
Yeah.
them for a reason.
They're also little brother. We own Ohio State. We will always own Ohio State.
What is one nice thing you can say about Ohio State?
It creates really great people.
That is so sweet. I have a feeling what he's going to say is not going to be that sweet.
It's not, but it's okay.
Really, she loves Brutus, but I got nothing.
This trip to the game was brought to you by Fox One. Download the Fox One app to watch all your favorite live sports, from college football to the MLB postseason to NASCAR, the NFL, and more. Download the Fox One app. We live for live, streaming now. You lost today, and it could guarantee a national championship this season. Is that like a bargain you'd be willing to make?
Unfortunately, yes, because the national championship is the best thing.
Wait. 5 minutes ago, you just told me the complete opposite thing, so now he's lying for the TV.
That's not true. That's
now
not
he's
true.
lying for
That's
the
not
TV.
true.
Oh, okay.
That being said, we're gonna do both, so it doesn't matter.
Harbaugh devalued the game in 2019, and I think Michigan lost, what was it, 63-35?
By a lot.
By a lot. And we learned from that year, you cannot do that, because it's just bad karma, bad juju. You gotta value the game, because if you beat Ohio State, you're most likely gonna be a national champion or in the playoff, whatever. And it's the same thing for Ohio State, even though they're gonna deny it, like what they do.
Do you value the game?
I value the game so much, and we're gonna win it this year. We're gonna win it next year. We're gonna win it for the next 20 years because we're better than Michigan. Our program's better than Michigan. Our coach is better than Michigan. Everything's better than Michigan.
You've never seen Michigan lose to Ohio State as students here.
No. And we won the championship in our freshman year, and we're gonna win today.
Psych!
Dan, that is a wrap on off-roading regular season number 3. This one was so special. Thank you guys for following along, watching, loving. Anyone who didn't love it, I don't acknowledge your opinion because it's wrong and it's bad and we did a really wonderful job. I want to say specifically to you, Dan, check out those expense reports because I barely spent any money. I didn't even buy anything this whole season. Not one singular hat did you pay for, which is actually kind of messed up now that I think about it. And I think you should retroactively give me a gift card or something so that I can go buy, hats. They don't have to be team hats. They can be whatever hats I really want, but it's kind of messed up that is where we're at these days. But thank you guys. We'll see you in the playoffs.
I have noticed, Lucy, that you have kept expenses down this season, although we did get hit hard at the beginning of the season with all of these college towns and hotels where you have to stay that are awfully crowded. But I appreciate you staying within budget this season and doing another fantastic job. We've got 2 more appearances from Lucy. She's going to do the Orange Bowl back in Miami, and she's doing some of the games. You're doing something this weekend, next weekend? When are you doing your next game? You're doing your next game in a month?
Yeah, we're going to do the first round of the playoffs, so the ones that's at the home school, the most expensive one.
Yeah, I assume that you're going to spend on an assortment of souvenirs to catch up on lost spending. Did you find the Lane Kiffin stuff as funny as we found it and interesting as we found it?
I think that I reached like my fatigue level yesterday where I was like, okay, I don't know how much more of this I can take. But overall, yeah, I thought it was pretty funny. I mean, like, this is the most just Lane Kiffin being who Lane Kiffin is. There was no way this was ever going to go casually. Like, it's what Maya Angelou, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. Lane Kiffin's done this a million times before. And guess what? If that Alabama job ever opens up, he's doing it again.
Lucy, you reached the point you're tired of this story? Marty Smith will join us in 10 minutes.
Wait, you guys, look at my T-shirt.
It's a link.
Do you see it?
Something Kiffin?
I got it at Tennessee. It says, "Hey Kiffin, payback's a butch."
So
From when they hired Butch Jones.
I'm going to get expense for that. We're going to get expense.
What a pool.
We're going to get expense for that.
I expensed this to you like 2 years ago and you didn't notice.
Dan, did you see Lane Kiffin in one of his recent tweets? He put out like a Bible verse, and in the tweet he put a picture of the flag of Trinidad. That's a dick move.
What I've loved online the most about this is all the women who go to his Pilates studio being like, this is the best news ever. He was the worst person to take a Pilates class with.
How can you be bad at a Pilates class? Why is he?
They said he would tip people over when they were planking, that he would pour water on the floor, that he would change the humidity level on his own. That he would like tell the instructor he hated the music. Like, there is a whole section of the internet right now that is just like Ole Miss students and Oxford residents being like, I'm so happy I get my hot yoga back.
What do you feel is the fairest criticism of this? Because I really do find interesting how appalled people are while clutching their rosary beads that this guy would be this much about business when he always did this to be about business.
I think the fairest criticism is like, maybe not even with Lane Kiffin, maybe more the like conversation happening around Lane Kiffin, where like, I can't tell you how many times I've seen a Nick Saban type or Kirk Herbstreit be like, yeah, this guy's a victim. This is just how college football's set up. Not really. Like, yes, the schedule is bad, and that's something we'll have to look at later. But like, John Summerall was able to leave Tulane very casually, very amicably, where I don't have any problem with Lane Kiffin leaving saying, hey, I'm getting a better job. But you chose to do it in a way that like drew a lot of attention to yourself. It's not the first time you've done this. It's not the first time you did this at Ole Miss. This is a year where you had a great roster, a team that's going to go to the playoff. And like, I think the fairest like criticism of this is, hey, you don't get it both ways. You don't get to throw this giant Lane Kiffin spectacle, I'm leaving, here's what's happening, but also give me everything I want. I want to still coach this team. It doesn't work like that.
Lucy, because of that, I totally get the Ole Miss AD telling Lane Kiffin, we want nothing to do with you in the playoff run. What do you think about that?
No, I think that's absolutely the right move. People like forget LSU and Ole Miss don't like each other. They're a rivalry. These are two teams that do not get along. So starting when Lane Kiffin signed that contract, you are now recruiting the same guys. So you're going to give Lane Kiffin extra time to be with your players and your coaches to convince them to leave to go to LSU. And whatever happens, let's say he's like, you know what? He said there would be guardrails in place. That's like made up. I don't know what that would have been. But let's just say Lane Kiffin's like, I'm leaving Ole Miss alone. I'm not taking anybody with me. Like, this is just going to be separate. That entire Ole Miss playoff run will be about LSU. That is Ole Miss basically running an ad for LSU with Lane Kiffin coaching that playoff run. It's just like, you don't get to have your cake and eat it too. I know we've heard that a million times over the last couple of days, but it was just a very like, you don't get everything you want all the time. But you're getting like $1 billion, so you should be good.
I'm not willing to say that LSU and Mississippi have a rivalry. A hammer and a nail don't have a rivalry. Like, Mississippi can think that's a rivalry. LSU doesn't think that's a rivalry.
No, I think that's a fair statement, but I think maybe you should look at it more from the perspective of Ole Miss, because Ole Miss is the one making the decision of whether you get to coach in the playoff or not. Those fans hate LSU. This is like, obviously Egg Bowl is number one in the rivalry terms for what Ole Miss, hates, but they do not like LSU. This is someone who you are now competing with on a regular basis. LSU plays a road game at Ole Miss next year. Like, this is not Tulane to Florida. This is not a group of 5 to a power 4. This is within the same conference.
All right, so speaking of Tulane to Florida, I totally agree and get with Ole Miss not allowing Lane Kiffin to coach in the playoffs. Why are we potentially good with John Summerall coaching Tulane in the playoff?
They're not in the same conference. John Summerall has handled this in a way that has been like, I think he came out yesterday and was like, I'm not telling any Tulane commits to decommit and come to Florida. Those are Tulane's guys. I'm not taking them. It's a very casual transition of power. And John Summerall also, like, the last month has not been about him. John Summerall has not been egging this on. There have been reports and things like that, but it has not been the world's biggest distraction. So I think it's just one, Tulane probably understands, yes, Florida is a better job than us. And yes, LSU is a better job than Ole Miss, but you're in the same conference. And you've chosen to handle it in a way that, like, you are not a victim. This was the Lane Kiffin show, but that's who Lane Kiffin is. It's the risk you sign up for when you hire him. It is just, they're different circumstances because they're different levels. And LSU or Florida and Tulane are not competing against one another.
I really do wish that Lane Kiffin had gotten off the private plane and slid down the railing on his ass down the stairway, just slid onto the tarmac with his tongue out.
So the one thing that's been interesting that's come out of this, that I'm curious if you all have been on this part of the internet, there are lots of rumors circulating that Lane Kiffin does not have custody of his dog. Have we seen this?
I follow Juice Rebel, not Juice Kiffin. And a lot of people were trying to see if the dog was giving hints, because the dog on social media was kind of dropping all these hints that Lane was going to stay at Ole Miss. And it turns out, deadbeat dad, not the dog's actual dad, it would appear. Because
not the dog.
Yeah, Juice is staying in Ole Miss. He's got to live here now.
You know Kirk Herbstreit's got a dog?
Lucy, what are you laughing about? You just love that.
Crazy.
That the dog
what do you
has
mean you have a fake dog?
He just changed his last name.
It was a prop. I thought that this was his dog. I thought it was his dog.
Too. The entire time I've been under the assumption that was Lane Kiffin's dog, because I had no reason to believe otherwise. And then Lane Kiffin leaves, and it comes out that is not his real dog. He does not have custody of that dog. So why did you have the dog around you all the time? It's not your dog.
He has to live here.
You know why, Lucy? Because it was a very effective device to make Lane more likable as he publicly rehabbed his image and had a documentary made. We all loved the dog.
He has to live here.
People love dogs.
He has to live here.
But it was a prop dog.
Prague.
Crazy.
Do you think that Lane Kiffin walks around with a bag of fake poop?
Oh, hell yes.
Dan, there was a moment. I was pretty plugged in on this story. There was a moment where I was reading a dog's tweets being like, wait a second, is he staying?
It's a great way to gather news. I love the way we're gathering news in 2025, checking in with the social media account of a dog that is not actually.
So is it a real dog or is it like an AI
dog? It's a real dog, but
it's
only
a live dog.
It only exists to make Lane Kiffin appear human.
Gotcha.
He would go to the games with them. When we went to Ole Miss, we saw Juice at the game. So, you assumed this was Lane Kiffin's dog that he brought with him wherever he went. He was, a very popular. You could buy Juice merch when you went into, the Ole Miss student store. He was a very, key part of that university in Lane Kiffin. And then it came out that it was that's not his dog.
Is it a Is it a rental?
Put it on the poll, yes. Put it on the poll. Are you surprised that Lane Kiffin was renting a pet to appear more human at Le Batard Show?
Who among us?
That
Lucy,
dog was also not neutered.
Whose dog is this?
Lucy, are you laughing? It's a rebel dog. It's on its own terms. It belongs to the university. Can you tell us, Lucy, whether you think it is funny what is happening right now to the University of Miami?
I think it's more funny it's funnier that Duke's playing in the ACC championship game. That's the funniest case. That's the funniest case scenario ever. That is It is awesome.
7-5 Manny Diaz.
It is so stupid. Well, so here's the thing. Duke may not realize it, but right now they are the most powerful team in college football because whatever happens with Duke in the ACC championship game and potentially the playoff, even though I don't think they'll make the playoff, they will change the rules because they'll never let this happen again. Like, there's no way Duke will ever play in the ACC championship again if they're 7-5. But it's objectively, like, hilarious.
Should an ACC commissioner just do the right thing, Lucy? Just say, hey,
No.
it makes the most sense. Virginia, Miami, they're playing.
No, I disagree with that because I like college football because it's stupid. Like, if I want to watch things make more logical sense, if I want to watch really good football, I'll tune in on Sunday. I like college football because it's big, giant, and dummy. And Duke playing in the ACC is the dumbest thing ever, and I will be tuning in.
Marty Smith's going to join us here in a moment, but not before we get to Lucy's internet minute.
Time to get in it. It's Lucy's Internet Minute.
So there is a big, controversy on TikTok right now with this one family who did a turkey trot prank on their son's fiance. She had never met the family before, and they told her that they were a turkey trot family, and they ran the turkey trot 10K. And then the morning of the turkey trot, they filmed her being like, okay, let's get ready for the race. And they were like, just kidding. We're not actually running the race. And she burst into tears and started crying. And they posted the video being like, ha, we're a funny prank family. How hilarious is this? And people are really split on the matter. They're like, hey, that was kind of messed up. You guys humiliated her, put her on the internet, all that stuff. And then other people are like, it's a prank. But I do think there's an important qualification here. She was training for this. She spent months training for this. So that's why I'm like, I think this is kind of messed up because her fiance let her train for this for months. And knew it was a prank. Knew the whole time that she wasn't running the 10K.
Yeah, it makes it better prank if
prank.
there's humiliation involved. It makes it an even better prank.
I don't like it.
I should have known that's what you guys would have voted. I
don't
felt
like
like
it.
this would have been.
What's the point of a prank?
That's the person that she's agreeing to marry. Like, that's the family she's marrying into. I personally
prank
would
shouldn't
not
cost
like
you
that.
months of preparation.
Oh, sorry, you're in better shape now.
You're getting better. What do you know about getting
if they
better?
had if it was day of and they were like, hey girl, we're doing this turkey trot prank, she'd be like, oh my God, that's crazy. And then I think that's a fun prank. I think that's fine. Months of preparation, months of work. She went and spent money on running shoes. Like, she got ready for this. Yeah. And then they filmed it and they put it on the internet, which is like, oh, I don't know if that's nice. And they were like, ha, we're just a prank family. So I think I'm on team not that family side. But I knew you guys would vote on the side.
All right, well, let's get
humiliation.
Marty Smith. Thank you for being on with us, Lucy. We appreciate it. Hell of a year you had. Again, third straight hell of a year that you've had. Marty Smith is always having a hell of a year, although I do believe he's coming off of his worst professional assignment. Since Marty came into our life, since then, he's probably had worse before then, but since we were introduced to Marty, I don't think he had a worse professional assignment than the one he just had. Before we get to that,
I think he loved it.
I don't think he loved that. He was begging Lane Kiffin to put an end to it. He dispensed with all pretense of journalism and just begged his subject, please stop making me chase you around this brown lake in Mississippi. Please, I don't want to do it anymore. Before we get to Marty, though, Marty, can you settle what it is that Lucy is needing an arbitrator for here? What is your opinion on pranking a family member and making them train for months for a turkey trot that your family's not actually participating in?
It's pretty sinister, but I do appreciate that takes a lot of planning, and it takes a lot of personal conviction and discipline to not let that person know that you're completely screwing with them. And as a family in the Smiths that does a turkey trot every year, and in fact did so on Thursday before I got on a plane to fly to Birmingham and then drive a conversion van to Starkville and onward, that's a hell of an elaborate effort. So good work, family.
Well, I want to talk to you more about the misery of this, but is the Smith family a prank family?
Not really. No, we don't do a whole lot of pranking. One of the greatest aspects of my wonderful marriage with Lainey, 25 plus years now, is that we do bust each other's balls a lot. But in terms of those pranks you see on the internet, no, we don't roll like that. We don't have that kind of effort. Like we don't put that much energy into it. It takes a lot of energy to create content like that and stuff. So
Marty, you have a lot of energy. You seem to have been just really defeated by everything.
Life was sucked out of him this weekend.
I believe that this is the carcass shell of Marty Smith, energy and entertainment personified. And Mississippi and Lane Kiffin have defeated him. Look at this picture of yourself. I was shocked to see you on ESPN looking this way. It aged you terribly. Like, honestly, what have the last 5 days been like? Because I felt sorry for you.
I just hope my hair looks like that when I'm 104 years old.
No, it looks like me.
Yeah, look, I am tired, but I'm not going to sit here and talk about it or complain about it because it's the job that I get paid to do. You know, you get commissioned to an event that ESPN and the rest of the world. I mean, Lane is interesting because he's polarizing. Lane's interesting because he makes people feel one way or another. And that is interesting. In a world that is so vanilla in so many ways, he's anything but. And so that's, look, that's interesting. And so they decided to send me down there, and I did the Egg Bowl, and then I kind of drove across Mississippi. And I will say, man, Saturday was interesting, Dan, because it had been made pretty apparent that a decision was expected from the athletic administration at Ole Miss on Saturday. And that's unfortunately, I made a mistake, and I thought that would happen as a result of it being an expectation. I should have known better. And as it went on into Sunday, you just sit there and hope, all right, man, let's get a resolution here, because I love this job. And again, you're not going to hear me complain about it. There's a whole lot of people who are working.
No, that's not in any way true. I heard you complain on air as you begged Lane Kiffin to please put an end to everyone's misery.
Will there be a resolution tonight? Please, God in heaven, tell me yes. Yeah, I don't know if I would characterize that as a complaint. That's a statement. And
it's a prayer. It's a prayer to God. It's a prayer to God.
Oh, God in heaven.
Bro,
please,
look,
God in heaven.
You've done this. Any of you guys who've ever worked in the field and have, I don't care, like, this is not the first time I've ever done this. I've sat outside of courthouses. I've sat outside of NASCAR headquarters of all places. I have waited on NASCAR to tell me if some crew chief isn't going to be able to work because he had an illegal spoiler for 15 hours. Like, this is just the job. And you're put in a position to do this job, and you do it to the absolute best of your ability with the most accuracy and energy that you can muster. But it is a fact at 8:46 p.m. I texted Lane and said, God almighty, can we please do this tonight?
So, Marty, you did eventually get him right before he left at the airport, but was there any moment where you thought, I might not get him at all?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, oh, yeah. There was a lot of moments where I thought I might not get him because it wasn't just wearing him out with phone calls and text messages trying to get to him. It was also like what did or didn't come from those text messages. There's a lot of logistics involved in it. Where is he going to enter the airport? What is the law enforcement presence going to be? It's against the law for me to just walk through the FBO onto the tarmac. So, there's a lot of obstacles here and hurdles that you have to manage, and we did a good job of it.
Put us there as you're driving around the fire trucks. Like, how much off-roading are you actually doing? How much?
Okay, I'll paint a picture for you, man. So we take a left off of whatever highway the Oxford Airport sits on, and as we take this left, and it's myself, my producer, Luis, who's a Miami boy, he went to the U, and our camera guy and our audio guy, all right? And I see you. And so there's like a barricade of fire vehicles. and individuals and people, presumably firemen. And I was saying to Laney, I don't know why I reacted the way I did. I didn't really even slow down. I just whipped this van to the right and through a field, and there was some equipment sitting in the field. And so I did slow down a little bit. Like, it's not like a full throttle bonsai run. I'm trying to make sure I don't hurt us. And I'm weaving through all this equipment, and then I get back to the road, and up on top of the hill, maybe 150 yards is where Lane Kiffin stood, along the fence that goes to the runway of the Oxford Airport where he was entering the airport.
You were chasing him? Like, did he see you in the rearview
No,
mirror?
he was stopped. He was at the top of the hill stopped. I was not chasing his car, but he did see the entire thing happen. He was, from his vantage point atop the hill, he saw the entire
So
chase,
he's
whatever
Will,
you like.
he's Will Ferrell with Baxter after he's eaten the wheel of cheese. He's like, I'm impressed. I'm not even mortified by you. I'm just
Yes,
impressed.
he was. I mean, his word to me was, "Holy bleep, you really are Scooby-Doo."
Yeah.
Like, that's what he said. And because he'd been making fun of this van I was driving all week anyway.
Any fear of getting arrested? Did you know you were doing something when you're going around the fire trucks?
Honestly, it never entered my mind in the moment, and I don't know why. Because, like the Oxford police officers that were at the airport, world-class dudes, so cool. But they made it really clear, like, you can't go onto this tarmac. And so I was like, all right, how far do I push this thing here?
I would have loved to have seen you arrested.
Getting arrested would show that you're dedicated.
Yeah, I would have loved it. It would have been terrible for you, but great for us.
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate that perspective, gentlemen, but I really wasn't interested in going to the Oxford County clink.
Marty, there was a scenario that would have seen Ole Miss potentially play in the SEC title game. I'm sure
Correct.
a lot of the hang-up was the Iron Bowl. Lane had made his decision well before you actually got to Oxford. So how much was this arguing about money, the kids, and the SEC title game, and what would have happened if Ole Miss found its way into the SEC title game?
I have no idea, man. I don't know. Look, Keith Carter, the athletic director, made it pretty clear Sunday morning that Lane wasn't going to coach that team. And now, I know contextually you're talking about Saturday night in the Iron Bowl. If Ole Miss makes their way into the SEC championship game against Georgia, I don't know. I heard yes, I heard no while I was there. And once Alabama won, that was completely off of my radar, and I didn't follow up on it. So I don't know if he would have coached in that game if they got there or not. But it seemed like Keith was very dug in that when he made the decision to go to LSU, that was his time.
I know that because we have Marty here, and I know we're Lane Kiffin obsessed, but I know that Greg Cody and Mike Ryan have some NASCAR questions for him. So certainly, now that you have Marty Smith's attention, I think we'll get more energy. He's been defeated by this story. I think if we talk some racing with him, I think we can get the Marty Smith we've been accustomed to here, who's not defeated.
I don't
by
mean
Oxford.
to be down on
No,
energy,
you're
Danny.
just,
I love
buddy,
you guys.
Buddy, I know. I've wept for you. Over the last 2 days.
You keep doing this thing. I think Marty was loving the last. This
loved
is what
that.
he does,
Loved
Dan.
it.
He
No,
eats, I saw
eats
happiness.
and breathes these
Half of that.
moments,
He
Dan.
would have loved-
Leave it to
he
the
would
TV
have liked-
professionals to tell you, all
He
right?
would have liked for it to be half as long as it was. Half as long.
Wow, what's Roy's outfit all about?
I am John Tesh.
That is amazing. Are you round ball rock, bro?
Yes,
Are you got
exactly.
a keyboard out there? That's
Exactly.
awesome.
Outfit sucks. Costume sucks.
That's awesome.
I think they look so great. Marty, Denny Hamlin appears to be trying to find himself, going to childhood tracks. One of the more devastating losses in the history of motorsports. How do you envision next season going for him? It looks like that loss took a toll. It's hard to tell when someone's sad when they're wearing a helmet, but Denny Hamlin pulled that one off.
I don't know how you could be in a moment like Denny was right there. Some of you guys watching may not know Denny's dad is ill, not doing well, and he introduced Denny to the sport and is the person that really cultivated and shaped the passion that Denny has for the sport. And so to dominate, like, first of all, the way NASCAR's playoff is structured, it's so hard just to get an opportunity to be in the moment to win a championship. 4 drivers, 1 race, 300 miles, and, for the rest of your life. And he dominated that race. He was gone. He was running away from it, boat racing the field. And then another really good driver pounds the fence and knocks the fence down, and so you have a caution. And then another driver, strategy-wise, takes 4 tires, and Denny takes 2, and there were a lot of drivers that stayed out on that caution or only took 2 tires on that caution, so there was a lot of static. It was I don't know, man. It was a crazy, crazy, crazy thing.
Marty, I'm trying to get my idea off the ground. What do you think of it? It's that in the championship 4, instead of a full field, it should just be the 4 finalists on the track.
I mean, I might have misspoke there, Mike. Did I? I think Denny took 2, Kyle took 4. I don't remember if I might have misspoken.
Kyle kept taking 2. Denny took 4.
I appreciate that you didn't even tolerate his question.
It was bold by the 5 car.
I do want to answer Greg's question.
Thank you.
Certainly, look, man, it makes sense to me because those are the only 4 cars. But look, again, man, this industry is such a unique industry. Everybody is a sole proprietor. It's not like and you have sponsors that are paying for this sole proprietorship. And it is a crazy business that the only business model more messed up than NASCAR is the NCAA, I think.
Were you aware that is not Lane Kiffin's dog, that he does not have custody of that dog, and that they've changed the name of that dog's last name from Kiffin to Rebel?
That's funny. I did not know this. That is a shame that we're losing one of the greatest social media accounts there is, as someone who loathes social media.
How did you not know this, though? You are the source of information for all Lane Kiffin things. How has this escaped your attention, this important tidbit?
I am so damn proud to report that I had no idea about that. That means I'm doing this right.
Marty, it's nice to see you. Thank you for always making the time for us. I was sad for you this weekend, but
Not me.
But I was.
Me neither.
Look,
I was happy for him.
Look,
my man is on the beat.
No, no
one's gonna get this story before Marty.
He'll remember that for the rest of his life.
Look, he's above this. I'm going to go ahead and say it. He's 13-25 against top 25 teams. He should be chasing around Saban if he's got to chase him around. That's Marty Smith. That's Marty Smith. He doesn't have to be chasing around Lane Kiffin. It's Marty
hottest
Smith.
coach in football.
He's the hottest guy. He's the hottest college
That's why they're
football
covering
player.
each other.
That's why, yeah.
No, he's outgrown this. He shouldn't chase Lane Kiffin around Mississippi.
What if not Lane? Which coach? You just cited the retire one.
I mean, that's a good question. Look. I don't Coach Saban is just a different thing because, to Dan's point, he's the absolute greatest to ever do it. But again, Lane is this enigmatic character that has done this and had this history of very polarizing, controversial exits from multiple stops. And that makes him really interesting and makes people feel. And so it's my job.
I've got really fast, okay, one-word answers to all of this.
Okay.
Who's better, Miami or Oklahoma?
Miami.
Miami or BYU?
Miami.
Miami or Utah?
Miami.
Miami or Notre Dame?
Well, Miami beat Notre Dame.
There you go. That's this guy gets it.
Miami or James Madison?
There you
Yeah.
go.
We'll get some rest.
I mean,
we'll get some rest.
Look, man, we have to be in the context of the playoff has to be. I do agree it's important that a team's playing well, but beating someone has to matter. I don't even know if I'm on anymore.
You are.
I love you guys.
You're cooking. I'm laughing at Mike dancing and Tony.
I love Mike's dance.
Waving a flag.
Put up one of your polls. What do we name Mike's dance?
It's the Aaron Glenn.
Is that LeBron James or the robot?
It's Aaron Glenn running down the sidelines after blocking.
I want to see a social media post that has Mike's dance, a graphic that asks to name it, and
Basketball, give me the ball because I'm gonna dunk it.
I love you guys. I love all
Marty.
of you, man. Thank you.
Good to see you, buddy. Thank you for making the time. Mike Ryan just danced like Aaron Glenn in front of a flag.
He did. That was Aaron Glenn.
It's down the sidelines after blocking a field goal in Tampa.
I thought it was a combo of a robot and LeBron's like celebration.
It's a bit of Ric Flair too, and he's like,
Didn't Dylan Brooks do that to LeBron yesterday after scoring on him? Didn't he do the LeBron celebration
That's
in
too
front
far.
of LeBron?
Like, you're having a great game, Brooks. Don't do that.
It is disrespectful. It's indisputably.
Agreed.
But
what's happening in Miami? Huge disrespect.
Can't believe you didn't ask about James Madison. You coward.
I should have asked him. I should have kept going with that until I got something other than Miami from him as an answer.
It sounded like he thinks Notre Dame's better, but he's like, well, they beat him, so I have to say Miami.
There's
here.
head-to-head. There's head-to-head.
we used to be a proper country where two teams would play, and then the winner would be the better team.
Didn't
because
ask
they
about
won.
BYU either, coward. You look ridiculous, Tony.
He looks ridiculous.
Before we do the post-game show here, are you guys interested? Netflix documentary tonight. It's being made by 50 Cent, and it's about Diddy. And it's coming out tonight. And I saw a video that I was shocked to see because it's Diddy talking to his lawyers on camera a few days before he's arrested. And I thought to myself, as I'm watching this, I'm like, how did he get this video? Is it legal to have this video? And is the answer to the second question answered by my first question? How did he get the video of Diddy talking to his lawyers, telling them what to do? Like, I'm interested in whatever it is that 50 Cent is making here. I've got to think the rest of you are interested as well, right? That's going to do monster numbers on Netflix. 50 Cent specifically producing
And
that.
he is incredibly petty, Dan, so you know he's not holding any punches. He may go extra overboard, too.
Diddy, the actor from Get Him to the Greek?
Start of the day, start of the day. This year, start of the day. Start of the day, start of the day. This year, start of the day. Start of the day, start of the day. This year, start of the day. Start of the day, start of the day. This year, start of the day.
Stat of the day, presented by Amazon Prime Video. Thursday Night Football is on. This week, Dallas Cowboys take on the Detroit Lions. Coverage begins Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime Video.
Per Bleacher Report, J.J. McCarthy's Vikings QBR in Week 12, 34.2.
Not good.
In Week 13, Max Brosmer for the Vikings, total QBR, 32.8.
Also not good.
The QBR, if you spiked the ball on every single play, would be 39.6.
Oh, so what are we doing? Come on. Come on.
What do you mean?
Stupid rating, stupid stat.
It is stupid.
Well, interceptions are worse than spiking the ball into the ground.
That's right.
Spiking the ball into the ground every play is definitely worse than interceptions.
He's right
Just
about that.
incompletion.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is,
Yes,
because
it
there
is.
are other plays besides the interceptions. Maybe I had interceptions and I also had touchdowns. But you're telling me spiking the ball every play is better? What are we
Brosmer had a pick
talking
six.
about?
I'm with
I
this.
dare you to tell me I'm not right.
This
talking
is so
about?
bang on.
So stupid.
I'm so glad someone stepped up and said it.
Brosmer's play directly led to points for the other team. At least if you spike the ball on every play, you can punt it.
At least if you spike the ball
I'd
every
rather
play,
spike the ball on every
at
play
least-
than run backwards 15 yards and throw it right at the defender.
I didn't realize this segment was identifying all the non-ball knowers.
Oh, wow.
Jeremy just being real loud
Common
in that
thread.
segment. I don't like
James
this.
Madison and BYU,
Oh,
man.
God.
Justice for those
here we go
teams.
again.
You losers. Win games. Get to conference championships. Win conference championships.
How would spiking the ball into the ground every play be anything other than a 0 rating?
Right.
Thanks.
You're welcome. It's stupid.
Hello.
If you go 0 for 1, it's a 39.6 rating.
Hello.
Doesn't make any sense.
I have in my possession, this is heavy, and I am proud of it, and I am proud of our listeners and grateful for our listeners, because over the last year here, we have gotten 100 million streams. So what are you laughing about, Roy? It's ridiculous to see you laugh at me as John Tesh wearing that incredible wig.
Yes, I just realized that, so I'm shutting up.
100 million is obviously a lot, and it's just a year, and it's just Spotify because we're on a lot of different places. So I'm truly staggered by that number, and you would agree, Greg, this is heavy what Spotify has sent us, right? This is yeah, it's pretty substantive.
He's good at
Yes.
this.
Yeah.
I also want to welcome you to the club because the Greg Cody Show got this, I think, I don't know, a year and a half ago, something like that. No, we got one. We were honored for 1,000 streams.
That's not true.
So-
You're underselling us.
Most GERD.
I'm sorry. I thought that Juju was joining us. He is not joining us today. Did you get it all out of your system on the University of Miami, Mike, or are we going to keep doing this? Because I can't.
Yeah.
I can't keep doing.
I
this.
keep trying to subvert our show by saying we can't put Mario on. This guy's just only made it worse. And then my contact was like, clarify which one, Jeremy or Dan. I'm like, oh.
Mario's your contact, right?
Let's go ahead and do funniest thing from the sports weekend.
Hey people, tell us what in the sport made you laugh hardest this weekend. It is a segment we call What Made You Laugh This Weekend. Ha ha ha!
Jeremy, would you like to get us started, please?
7-5 Dukes playing in the ACC championship game over the Hurricanes. Manny Diaz has reached the ACC championship before Mario Cristobal.
That is funny.
If only the shock of Duke making it to the ACC championship game before Miami still had any kind of weight. Miami doesn't make this.
You're
I
right.
don't know what to tell you.
Do the right thing, ACC commissioner.
They don't
make playoffs. Do the right thing.
Roy, what was the funniest thing from the sports weekend?
The National Football Conference's first seed right now is being held by the Chicago Bears.
Are they good?
Yeah.
I think they are.
They're sneaky good.
Yeah.
No, they're just good.
Sneaky good means they're not good, though.
No, they're sneaky good.
They're better than Mississippi State. What's the matter with you?
I am seriously curious about
me there.
this. If I don't imagine what the odds could be, but you didn't have anyone who was saying the three best records this deep into the NFL season would be Pats, Broncos, and Bears.
Are you delivering a pizza?
Pats, Broncos. I wish my pizzas were this heavy. I wish they were covered in so much things that they would be this heavy. No one had that though, right? No, there's not an expert. Like I heard some people saying the Colts might be better than you think. I heard some people saying the Broncos might be better than you think, but I did not hear anybody saying Patriots, Bears, Broncos as the top of the sport
Right.
record.
Yeah, especially when they started 0-2, and now where they are, it's crazy. It's insane.
Chris, what was the funniest thing from the sports weekend?
Dozens of people on the internet thinking I fell asleep at a Vikings game.
Wow.
I mean,
Why'd
it's
you
not-
go
doesn't
to that game?
Doesn't have red hair. Like, I don't see it, but it's not me, for the record. I was at home on Sunday.
The folds of fat on the side of the face.
That's what did it, you think?
Gratuitous.
You jerk.
I'm not making this about Chris Cody. I'm making it about the photo they just put in front of me. There are folds of fat. He's sleeping on the folds of fat on the side of his face.
Who doesn't have folds of fat when you're sleeping on your chin?
Have you ever
on your
fallen
neck?
asleep at a game?
I have not.
How tired do you
Yeah,
have to be?
it's not good.
I think I have at a baseball game. It's fun.
In the press box?
It's great.
Just
in the press box.
Just sitting there
Yeah.
and napping,
Right.
napping in front of your computer.
Yes.
Edinson Volquez on the hill down 7-2. You covering a Marlins game. That's
Baseball
funny.
games, heads
I
of
do.
state visits. Who knows? Who cares?
I cover opening day every
How many
year.
times have you covered a Marlins game at that stadium?
This season?
No,
or
just in general. 7 games.
A couple of dozen. I don't know.
Mike, what was
Take
the
the
funniest thing from the sports weekend?
Every dad north of 40 pulling their lower back once Jack White brought Eminem out.
We didn't talk at all about how great that halftime show was.
great.
It was awesome.
It was
one
great?
of the best I've seen.
Super good.
It was great, guys.
You didn't like it?
I loved
He
it.
played 3 songs. 2 of them you heard of. One of them was an Eminem song, and the other one was Seven Nation Army.
Jack was great.
Yeah, I guess. He's just so white. He's very pasty.
He is.
It's like,
is.
It's like disconcerting. I look at him, I'm like, I think he's sick.
He's going for that though.
No, he uses flower makeup.
That can't be true.
No, it's true. I know it.
Just takes flour and like puts it on his face.
You would know.
He would know.
It's a weird thing to
type of
spread.
makeup.
Wait a minute. So Greg Cody is one of his best friends. That friend, Chris, his son, was in the Rock on Tours, is still in the Rock on Tours, right?
Yeah, if they ever reunite, yeah.
And so he has told you this? This is inside information. Is this a happen to know situation?
It is a happen to know situation.
All right, hold on a second.
Wow.
I don't think Greg Cody has done a happen to know situation.
He happens to know? Great Scott, he happens to know. He happens to know. Gather everyone. Get the children. He happens to know.
So
wise.
Okay. I happen to know that Jack White likes the intense white makeup, the flower makeup, I call it, and I've seen him applying it to himself in backstage prior to a concert.
Such a reckless thing to say.
What do you mean?
I just don't believe. I know you've met him.
Being applied to him.
That's I know you've met him backstage. I just don't believe you've seen him.
Wait a
applying
minute.
that.
He's happy. You don't question the happen to know. The happen to know. No, you.
I happen
this
to know.
guy, you can question the happen.
Wait a minute. You can't question the happen to know. He just made the correction of not only did I see him applying it, he then said the more accurate term, I saw someone applying it to him.
He also said he saw the Wilt game on TV.
Well, you know, I did. Just
didn't.
because it's being reported that the game was never televised, that doesn't make it so.
It does make it so.
No, it doesn't.
It was not televised.
No.
Pablo Torre found out that there was no video of that
Right.
game. It has not been seen.
What do you got, a pepperoni pizza?
No, it
there?
came
What
out
is
like
that?
it came out last week. No, it was a fake.
Yeah, it was a fake.
Oh, I'll take the fine.
Tony, what was the funniest thing from the sports weekend?
My wife likes the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and Busta Rhymes was in it. She's like, "Is that Busta?"
Oh, I love this.
Bus a bus?
And he was just like going on, and it was like you could tell that it was pre-recorded, but then he forgot it was pre-recorded, and then every like singer afterwards you could tell it was just absolutely lip synced. It was such a shame.
It's the most famous pre-recorded thing. It's like a
Yes.
known thing where
Yes.
if you're there, you're clearly lip syncing, and Busta Rhymes just completely forgot about his pre-recorded ad libs. So while he's like, "New York, what's up? Happy Thanksgiving," he's just not saying anything and like looking out at the crowd. It was hilarious.
So how does this work with you guys?
like, why is he on a Bluey float?
This time of year, there are an assortment of televised holiday specials.
Love holiday programming.
So you love the country music awards doing during Christmas.
And that's the first one you said. That's not my favorite.
Well,
but
I'm watching, and I'm like, have these not outlived their purpose? The holiday televised extravaganza where in prime time they're going to go all out on getting somebody who knows how to coordinate better than Busta Rhymes to remember what the choreography is supposed to be. Like, this is something you guys still enjoy, because when I saw commercials for it all weekend, I was thinking to myself, this can't still be a thing, but it's still a thing.
give me celebrities singing Christmas songs at like 3 a.m. clearly because they recorded it at Disney at Magic Kingdom, but it's clearly overnight because they don't want to like impede on one of their days. I love that, like the best of the holidays from Disney.
My bad. It was a Ninja Turtles float, not a Bluey float for Busta Rhymes. My bad.
Important correction, and I should have went with National Signing Day is tomorrow, and Penn State has the worst recruiting class in the nation.
Hello.
Zaslow, what was the funniest thing from the sports weekend?
So there's this account on Twitter that reports NFL news, and with Abdul Carter last night, where he was benched in the first quarter, but no one knew why, they tweeted out, Abdul Carter will miss the first drive tonight for disciplinary reasons after getting caught watching porn in a team meeting when his headphones disconnected. It's obviously not a serious account, but it got 24 million views. And people thought that he was suspended because he was watching porn and his headphones got disconnected. That's funny.
Very relatable.
Greg Cody, what was the funniest thing from the sports weekend?
So the Dolphins are trying to protect a late lead Sunday, and the Saints are taking an onside kick. The Dolphins have their hands team in there, and what happened was that the Dolphin players on the hands team went out of their way to avoid touching the ball, and the Saints recovered.
You know what's fun that everybody loves when you get that text of a video and it's like Cristiano Ronaldo interview and you click on it and it's just a girl going, ah. That's always
No, CR7. I thought
everyone that receives that is like, he got me. This is not at all embarrassing. Sex noise. Someone tickling a tonsil.
My funniest thing from the sports weekend is Shedeur Sanders running 5 yards and sliding on 4th and 26.
Yeah. Got to protect the merchandise, Dano.
Nice.
It's the holiday season, and it is the 50th anniversary of Miller Lite, which means a lot of my favorite memories start the same way. I bring out a cornucopia of beautiful white Miller Lite cans, and I spread that holiday cheer. Ah, Miller Lite, holiday season. You crack open a Miller Lite, you look around, you look at your friends, you look at your family. You take that first sip, and you know you made the right call. Miller Lite just fits. It's taste that you know you can depend on. Brewed for flavor with simple ingredients like malted barley, rich balanced toffee notes, and that iconic golden color. Almost festive in a way. And at 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces, it lets you enjoy the season without weighing you down. The original light beer since 1975 and still hitting different 50 years later. The best holiday beers are the ones you don't expect. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere they sell beer. 'Tis Miller time! Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories at 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.